Just a little glitch, it just came back.
There we go. Someone did flick a switch. Yeah, lovely angle with that forehand from Madison. Oh, and that is the magic. Well, already in this opening game with glorious lob. Catching the line, first ace of the match, 11th of the week for Muchová. More aces actually than Keys has had this week. Keys has only had 6. Oh, lovely. Just took her time and picked a spot.
She's quite an assertive player, Muchová. Can really afford that with a player on form like Keys. Have to put those extra ball in.
Oh, wonderful defensive work from Keys.
Yeah, superb from Madison. She was quite good on the defense. When you think about Keys, you think she's always going forward, a lot of power, but I think in the last year or two, she's really worked on getting back into the point with good defense, and then when she's ready to go forward, she's going to.
Disappointed with that. Out wide, Keys couldn't get there to wrap the racket around it, and Muchová now chance to get this first. Keys opening with a double full, but yeah, Muchová, Cincinnati runner-up in 2023, back-to-back US Open semi-finals 23-24, so she's very good in these conditions, Muchová. Oh, wow, what a forehand down the line for Muchová. Oh, well, you would have backed Muchová there. That is most unlike it. Yeah, a little bit sloppy for Muchová in that game, just giving Keys a relatively straightforward hold of serve. But the Czech player still in charge here. That early break keeps a 3-2 in front.
A lot of power coming from Keys. Muchová has to be ready, but it's always trying to find the right balance for Keys, putting all that pressure going forward, but
yeah, it was always going to be trouble after that shot.
you have to be ready to go forward, especially against a player like, you know,
That's gone long. Well, Keys was on a little run there, but it's come to an abrupt halt because Muchová has broken again and has the advantage. It's now 4-3.
she's usually ready at the net. A bit complacent in that last one. I don't think she was expecting a big shot like this from Keys.
Oh, Keys looks down. It was close, and a little sigh of relief from Muchová. She backs up a break and leads 5-3.
The thing when you have a player like Muchová coming into the net like this, it puts a pressure on you, and you could feel Madison Keys kind of went just a little bit too much on that last backhand, because you have to take a decision. Where am I going? And then if you just slightly hesitant, it's almost sometime with Keys, because she loves space and rhythm. When she has a lot of time, that's when I feel she overcomplicates herself. And that
I thought Muchová had won it first time round, but eventually Keys has the final say.
That was a good answer from Keys. She was ready to go forward. Look at that footwork. It's very good coming from the American. She knows that Muchová has finesse, that she might do drop shot or shorter balls. She has to be ready.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
It's very nice to see. Variation coming from Keys. Waited, and really was a smart play from her.
Keys will be disappointed. That was very returnable.
If she would go back to the backhand, she just missed a kind of an easy return backhand.
So break point saved, and now Muchová, having won the juice point, brings up her first set point. And that's gone long. And that sort of sums it up, really.
But once again, can't afford to miss early in the rally. As we're mentioning, Muchova's not really destabilizing with all the power, but with all the change of rhythm and the variation, and it's something Keys, I'm sure if you look at all the players she plays, when she plays against a player like Muchova with that similar game style,
goodness me. Well, that was self-defense at times for Muchova. But Keys hold serve really important for her at the start of the second set. 4 matches today, by the way, here on centre court. Naomi Osaka, who's been playing very well herself this week, up against Anastasia Sevastova. And the evening session, not before 6 o'clock local time. Clara Towson has had a good season herself against the Wimbledon champion Iga Swiatek, second seed here. And then the lady she beat in that final, Amanda Anisimova, is
always forcing her opponent when she goes to the net, Muchova. To have a really good shot, but Keys has to put that extra ball in. Give herself an extra chance.
fascinating how set one was all about the Muchova magic. But now, Madison Keys really imposing herself now in this Muchova service game. And that's what pressure does. Only the fourth double fault Muchova's had all week. But it's put her bang in trouble here. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Well, that was very untidy by Muchova, and Keys really, bar the first point, didn't have to do a great deal there to extend her lead to 3-1.
Yeah, sometimes it can take some time for Madison Keys to get into those matches, but when she starts going forward and in the ascending way, it's quite difficult to stop.
Yeah, a bit like Marta Kostyuk this week.
Yeah.
Starting slowly but getting stronger. And if Keys can find a quick hold of serve here, she can get this second set almost out of the reach of Muchová before we know it. On the other hand, things can quickly change if Keys doesn't come through this service game.
Should be happy with that mistake, Muchová. She's been so consistent in the first set. Last 2-3 games, it's a different story. Can really afford that against playing against player in the top 10.
Yeah, serve out wide was nice there. Chance to back up this break then. Get back to a chair. Feeling very happy with life again here, Keys.
Still have that lead and that momentum. And she's been doing that pretty much better in that second set, Keys, but a small margin in that last return.
Too hot to handle. That was ferocious from Keys.
Yeah, she put so much pressure on her opponent. Those big returns, big round strokes. Even if you're ready, very difficult to return from Muchová.
So Muchová, much needed hold of serve, but Keys still